Hello, you're welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be learning on how to cut a bustier and a plunge neckline. So over here is my fabric. It's folded into two, and we're just going to draft out our basic bodies. I already drafted it out, but I will just redraw out the lines. This for our shoulder measurement. Our shoulder is 15 divided by 2. That's for 15 divided by 2 is 7.5. Added half inch to make it 8, and then we have to come down by 1 inch for our slope, and then you slant it to the neck side, the middle, center, front, and then we come down by 8 inch for the armhole, and then you curve. You can make use of your ruler if you have. For me, I'm good with using freehand. And then these are our bust. These are our bust point. These are our bust line. This is our under bust. And these are our waistline. And our full length. So take note of these lines, these various lines. Now for our neck, we're going to use the width of 3 inches, like you can see, and we're going to come down by 1.5 or 2 inch, but it should not be too deep. And then you make a curve. So moving on, we're going to come to our bust point and take our nipple to nipple measurement. My nipple to nipple measurement is 7, so I'm just going to make it 8, which is 4. We are going to divide it by 2. So I'm going to just input my 4 here. The extra half is for sewing allowance. So you take this line straight down. You take this line straight down. Now remember, these are our under bust, these are our waist. So we're going to come down to our under bust. Remember, this is a bustier. We're going to come down to our under bust and take 1 inch on both sides for our under bust snatching. And curve up all to our bust line, like so. I think I have to change this chalk because it's not giving me what I want. I don't know if you can see it, but this is what we have, and you're going to take the line all down. To get the chest snatching, you can come up here and measure 7 to get your chest line. I'm using 7 for my chest line, so you can use 8, but it's almost equivalent to the armhole, so I just decided to use 7 for my chest line. Now to get our chest snatching, I just hope you are following. This my chalk is not, don't know if it's the fabric. So to get our chest tightening, we're just going to go up here to the shoulder. Our shoulder here is 5. We're going to divide it by 2, which is 2.5, and draw a straight line to meet up with this. I don't know if you can see. So I've gotten another chalk for easy marking. So on our chest line, we're just going to go on both sides by 0.5 and 0.5 inch with your tape. Just calculate it, 0.5 and 0.5 inch on both sides, or 0.7. Can use either 0.5 or 0.7 on both sides, and slant it up here. Same thing, bring it down to this part and also bring it down. I don't know if you can see it. Emphasis on use your ruler if you cannot do a freehand drawing. So we're done with our bustier. Now moving on to the neckline. We are going to need, like, you know, that neckline is actually a sweetheart neckline, just that it happens to be very deep. So we're just going to go down to our bust, our under bust, depending on how deep the client wants it. Depending on how deep, I wouldn't really want to make this one so deep for my client, so I'm just going to go down by my under bust by 1 inch. By 1 inch from my under bust, and I'm going to mark it. And also you are going to measure how wide you want it to be. If you're measuring 1 inch, that means when you open it up, it will be 2 inch wide. So you can imagine how wide it will be. But if you don't want it to be so wide, you can use half an inch or 0.5. For me, 0.5 is okay. So you're just going to mark 0.5 on the bust point, and then slant it to where it's ending. Just make a slant to where it's ending. And you're going to curve it all over to this place. This is our chest line. I don't know if you can see. Then you're going to move over to this other place and then curve it to the armhole. This is it for the neckline. Then we're going to now take our circumference, our bust circumference, that is our vertical measurement. My client's bust is 32. 32 divided by 2 is 16. Remember, we're dividing by 4 because of the back piece. 16 divided by 2 is 8. Remember, we are cutting out 2 inches from this place, 2 inches dart. So we're going to add whatever we are calculating now. We're going to add the dart inches that we're cutting out to the measurement. We're cutting out these places. So we're going to be adding the dart inches that we're cutting out to the measurement. So for my bust point, 8 is the measurement plus 2, that's 10, plus allowance inch, 1 inch, 1.5 inch, that's 11. To the under bust measurement, we have 28. 28 divided by 2 is 14, divided by 2 is 7. We're just going to be dividing it into 4 places. So 7 plus 2 inches that we collected from 2 inches that we're cutting out, That's 9 plus our 1.5 inch allowance. That's 10.5. I don't know if you're following. So for our waist, we're going to just do basically the same thing for our waist. So same thing, down. Just take the measurement for the waist. 24 plus my waist inch is 24 divided by 2 is 12. 6, so 6 plus 2, 8 plus 1.5, that's 10. Okay, so I'm just going to curve all this. So we'll be cutting out now. We'll be cutting this place out. We'll be cutting our yoke. This is our yoke piece. We'll be cutting it out. Then we'll be cutting this other place out. These places that I shade, we don't need them, so we'll be cutting them out. So for the back piece, this is our basic back, the shoulder, the armhole, and then I took the body measurement. But for this back, I'll be using lacing. So I'm going to actually differentiate the yoke part from the under back. I'll be coming down by 7.5. I'll be coming down by 7.5 for the yoke, and I'm going to actually make a little design, like a little deviation, because I'm also going to go in by 3. I'll be minusing this place by 3 because of the lacing at the back, so the lace would like make it snatch. You can actually go in by 4 depending on how open you want the back to be. I don't want my own to be so open, so 3 inches actually enough for me. So we will be going to 3 inches all down to this 7 I marked out. I'll just make a little. So this will be our neck. This will be our neck. I went in by 4 inches wide, and I'm coming down by 7.5. So this is my neckline for the back, and I'm going to actually cut it out. So I minus 3 from here, and because I want to do a lacing at the back, if you are using like a zipper, you're just going to measure out your basic back with the normal 2-inch extra allowance for your zipper and then your dart. But because I'll be using a lace back, I would not really need a dart. The lacing will snatch my waist for me, so I'm just going to like cut this out. I'm not going to cut this out. So.
That's the thing. I don't know, but they should
So this is all for the back. This is all for the back.
I know. I'm talking about. We are supposed to finish tomorrow. Is this still possible? And my boss was when I was home now. He was coming. He said he was making a schedule tomorrow. He wants me to help him. And then okay. On Thursday, okay, sharp. Have you spoken to him yet? I don't understand. So just send it to my office. So I will go and meet together eventually and Gimba. Now the one I'm going to go and collect and pay for now. Pay for Gimba today.
So the listing will be here, and then this back will just be open like this. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't. On our next video, I'm going to show you on how to sew it. Like actually, we're going to add our interfacing, and we're going to also make this double for each of them for our lining and also our gum stay. So you can just click on the link on the bio for our next video. Thank you. Bye.